going on here? And I got dirty dishes. I got a mess in here. I need to do a serious cleaning here. Not prepared to go live. Whatever. There we go. To check something. I want to see how chat looks. Oh, there we go. Okay, so it does show up that way. So we are trying something new, everybody, because Twitch changed their terms of service agreement so I can multicast again. So we are live on YouTube as well, which for me isn't a big deal because I'm not going to get pushed out to somebody's For You page on YouTube. So I'm not going to gain anybody new on YouTube. But there's a few people on YouTube that might see my live notification and hop on. You never know. I used to get one person all the time. Go. Man, wind was howling last night, so I had to clean some stuff up over here. Like my little camping chair was all over the place, and I had to go pick it up and all that. And I think I'm gonna have to go down to the trailhead. Well, I'm gonna go to the trailhead, let's put it that way. I feel like I need to poo, and I can fill my water bottles up when I get down there. So hopefully that'll sun is out. That is a nice cool breeze still blowing. It's supposed to start getting cooler. I don't know what the temperature. I think the temperature today, the high is supposed supposed to be. I don't think those are my footprints. What the heck is wandering through? Those are definitely not my footprints. I don't know what kind of animals have been wandering through here, but it looks a little big. It looks kind of big. It looks almost like a horse. But, oh, I need to... Man, my nose is running all of a sudden. Oh. Today is the last day of our break. I mean, realistically, it's going to be more than that. Gosh dang, I have my sunglasses on. It's bright. But I can at least start ramping up my mileage again. And really, I need to start ramping up my mileage because I haven't done anything even moderate mileage-wise since UTMB. Even when I was in Europe, I think the most I did in a week was like 32 miles or something like that. I think I did 1 week. And in about 3 weeks, is it 3 weeks? I think it's 3 weeks. I actually start my training block for the 100-mile championships. So we're gonna do, and I gotta figure out how that's gonna work. But I don't know, this might be I don't know how I'm going to do it, but it might be a Montana winter, and I don't want to do that. Only because I'll have access to a treadmill to do some of my speed workouts. Because around, I don't know, I can figure it out. I really want to stream a lot, start building my community back up, even better, because my viewership average has gone way down since I left DC because I'm not able to. Why does this not show me how many people I have on Twitch? I don't know. I don't get it. Because I don't even know if I'm even talking to anybody right now. Just saying. But it's gone down quite a bit. I mean, I was averaging 5 or 6 people, which for me was good. I enjoyed it. I mean, if I could grow bigger than that, I would, but 5 or 6 is still good for me. But now I'm down to like less than 3 is the average. And it's because I'm not as consistent. So if I was to stay in Montana, I could be more consistent for 1. And that's just the Twitch channel. But 2, because it's a road race. And I'm going to be doing a lot more speed work. Especially being that I do plan on going to cross-country championships, which is in January. So in December, I need to start my speed cycle. So November is going to be nothing but just base fitness and strength. And then I'm going to do then I'll start integrating some more high intensity speed stuff in preparation for January. And then after cross country nationals, then I just really need to do a couple weeks of big mileage That is nice. Okay, well, now I'm connected again. Who knows if I'm actually pushing anything or not, or what it looks like. I'm gonna have to go back and look at the YouTube VOD because I haven't done YouTube since I became an affiliate because I couldn't. So it'll be interesting to see how this works out. But I think it'll help with the YouTube side of the house just because I'll have more VODs hitting there, which would be nice. Good morning. Oh man. So I'm gonna set you guys up over here. It's quite busy today, which I guess makes sense because it's Sunday morning, so you get a lot of the older people that come out here to look at the birds, and it's gonna be a little bit cooler today too. Like it'll be probably I'm gonna set you guys down up here. Okay. Back. I used the restroom, filled up my water bottles. We were good to go. Like, there's like 3 vehicles sitting here. They're just running, doing whatever. I don't know what they were doing. Now they're leaving. It's like, it's just weird. Just weird. The other thing that I find kind of odd. So, the big group, I don't know if it's 2 families or 3 families or whatever that's up here across the way from where I'm at, is they have a OHV, and it's the first time I've experienced anybody with an OHV out here. And the weird thing about it is this road from right here, from the paved road, this gravel, it's considered a forest road. I mean, that we are in the Coronado National Forest, even though it's just desert scrubland once you get like just past this. Because this is, the only reason why this is so tree-y with a lot of oaks and stuff, it's because of the creek that runs right here. Although yesterday I did notice it is running, it's just not up at the surface level, so that would be why it's still green, because you can hear it. I actually went down into it, you can hear it still running underneath the rocks, deep in the rocks in a lot of the areas. So anyways, they have this OHV, and it's odd because from this end all the way down to the other is just over a mile. I mean, it may be a mile and a half, but from where they're at, from there to the trailhead is only, a third of a mile. Sounds like they're coming up behind us. I think that's just a motorcycle actually going probably all the way up to the trailhead. And then from where they're at, going the other way is less than a mile. Oh, here they come. I can hear them ahead of me. And it's like, yeah, there they are. So it's like, and it's a huge OHV. Like, this is something that you might go hit, like the quick desert stuff out on the out in the wherever where you can just hit some BLM roads, type of thing. Or if you were in Colorado hitting Jeep trails, that's where you would use this thing. And it's like, so for me, it's like, why would you drag an OHV all the way out here when the furthest you can go is like 3/4 of a mile? and it's like, OHV is no fun to drive on a paved road. And I've seen these vehicles, like, they have, I mean, here's the thing about OHVs nowadays, these big, huge side-by-side OHVs. They're just as big as a freaking car. Now, granted, yeah, you can do a little more off-road with it. It's as big as a car. Well, this isn't like a freaking Jeep trail. You could drive on this. There was somebody with a freaking, like, Buick Crown Royal or whatever the hell they were called. Like an old, like 89 that was way down there. So you could drive down this thing and no problem. And like earlier this morning, I could hear they drove that thing all the way down to frickin' town. It's like, why would you drive that all the way to town and not drive your vehicle, which would be more comfortable? Oh, whatever. I guess it's for the experience of it, because they can't drive it anywhere else, and it's paved all the way to town, like 10 miles, to town. It's like, I don't know. I don't get it, but we're gonna stop by the van on the way by here, and there we go. Stop by the van on the way down. Who the heck is that? Now that I'm multicasting, oh, it's Rachel. Now that I'm multicasting, I can't see even if I have anybody on Twitch, which is weird. Now I can see that I can, it shows me YouTube how many, but it doesn't show me on Twitch, which is weird. But I am glad that Twitch changed their term of service agreement, so now I can multi-stream again on both Twitch and YouTube at the same time. We're gonna stop by the van. I'm just gonna double check how is the weather there? It's actually, well, I mean, you can see there's not a cloud in the sky. Yesterday was at my van only got up to 91, but the weather said it was supposed to get to 97, so it was 97 about 6 miles that way, which is where the weather station is. But here at the van was 91 yesterday for a high, which is a lot better than it was the day before, when it was 114 in the sun. Well, I didn't check and see what it was in the sun. That was in the shade. It was 91 in the shade. But it was, the day before was 114 in the sun. And then I got to make sure my mod account is up, since I lost signal as I was walking to the trailhead. So I just got to make sure. You guys sit right here. And snow next week. Yeah, it's supposed to cool off here. So here is the whole reason why I came here. Well, there's two reasons why I came here. One, after my race, I really didn't have enough money to drive all the way up to Montana for a week and a half and then drive all the way back down here to Phoenix. Two, the reason why I chose here versus like Flagstaff or something like that is Flagstaff was going to be a little bit cooler, but here was only supposed to be in the like above 90 degrees for like 3 days after I got here, and then it was supposed to cool off. And as the whole week progressed, it just kept getting warmer and warmer and extending it. So today is supposed to be a 90-degree day, but then tomorrow is going to be in the mid 80s. I'm actually going to run for a little bit. But this is my last little pseudo rest / break day, so I don't want to do too much. I need to let my legs reset. But then on like Tuesday, it's going to be in the 70s as a high here. It's going to be so nice. Man, there's a lot more people here than I thought. It is a huge group get together. But it's also good that I decided to come down here, because now I'm doing a show production gig as well this next week. So I would have had to been down here in Phoenix earlier, because now instead of doing my thing on Saturday helping with the live stream of Javelina, I'm actually going to be producing the daily live streams for the Michael McKnight Arizona Trail FKT that he's attempting here this week. So that starts on Thursday. I will be doing that for an hour roughly an hour on Thursday morning, Friday morning, Saturday morning, and Sunday morning. And I'm guessing they're still going to be doing the daily live streams, but their normal producer is probably not available those days, which is why he asked me if I could do it. And probably going to be back on like after that. But you never know, Michael McKnight might have the FKT already by then. Who knows? I think the FKT is like 5 or 6 days though, or it might even be 7 days. And that would only be 4 days, so who knows? Okay, we'll walk for a little bit. This is all downhill, so that's why I was running for a little bit. I just felt like running. But my plan is tomorrow I'll live stream for a little bit. Either, do I want to do it tomorrow or Tuesday? I think I'm going to do it tomorrow. I really want to do is this going to work? I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to play it by ear. But I have never gone to the top of Elephant Mountain many times as I've spent here. From where I am camped at right now it'll be an out and back. That's Elephant Mountain right there. I believe, and this is just based upon map recon and the fact that I've ran the trail up to where the out and back is, because there's a big loop you can do, and then there's a little spur trail that it's on the other side of Elephant Mountain. It comes this way, that goes to the top. So you have to get from here all the way around the end to where that spur trail is, and then climb up and then come all the way back. Doing map, so that map recon and my knowledge of how far it is from like where the spur is to here should be about 16 miles. That being said, I really, really want to do it. There is like nobody at these campsites out here. I was like yesterday, I was like, man, it's busy out here. But it's all that one group that's basically across the road from me. I didn't know they were all right there. There was like 6 vehicles there. I really want to do a sunset stream, going, you know, be up on top of Elephant Mountain during the sunset. I think would be really cool. And then by the time I got back here, it would be really stupid dark because it gets dark quick. But I mean, I'd have my headlamp and everything would be fine. It'd take me probably a little over an hour. So, I mean, I'd be back to my van by 7:30 at night probably. But yeah, I'm a little excited to do this production gig because it's like doors opening up for me, which is nice. Might lead to something else. Tell me you're in the military. No, trail runners use that term. But I'm guessing that trail runners started using that term from, you know, military, but trail runners use that term all the time. Man, I did not sleep well last night. Man, what it was. I fell asleep for like 20 minutes. And then I woke up. And it was like, I was just restless. And I don't know if I slept wrong or what 2 nights ago, but I just had like, almost like a little pinched nerve in my back that was bothering me. And a lot of that usually is because I'm not running as much and not being as active, which makes sense because it's my break. It's my break period. But again, that ends tomorrow. Well, it ends today. Today's the last day, I guess. And then I gotta start building my mileage up. Gotta start training for 100-mile championships. I want to say like Veterans Day weekend, whatever that Monday is, that weekend is the start of my training block. So I need to try and get my mileage up to, 45, 50 before the start of that. And then those first like 3 weeks is just going to be base fitness, getting my base mileage up into the 70s. And then I need to go for my run. What, you're going to leave me to go do your own run? So selfish. Can't wait until after I'm done. I'm only doing a 5K. Like, I'm almost at the end of the road now. And then we're just going to turn around and go back. I do want to take and now that's weird. So I can see the electrical box up here. That's not, I don't think that's where the house is though. Oh, there's another one right there too. That's not where the house is, and I see a shiny thing. Cause that's a Forest Service road. So I'm pretty sure that's National Forest land. Cause the driveway, you can, oh yeah, I see it way down there is a power line with a little connector thing, electrical connector thing. That is where the private land is, a little, I don't know what you call it, hobby ranch or whatever. So why is there electrical stuff over there? Doesn't make any sense. What was that big shiny thing up here? Because now I don't see it. Just said I needed to. Didn't say I was gonna go. I need to change now that I'm able to multicast to YouTube, I think I need to change that auto chat message for YouTube. I'll have to read the term of service. I read it yesterday, but I think that's actually okay. I just can't tell people to leave Twitch and go to YouTube to watch me live, which I don't know why you would anyways. If you're on Twitch, why would you do that? I don't know. Okay, we'll run for a little bit more again. Almost to the spot where me and Nessa, actually no, we're not quite there yet. We got to do a little S-curve up here first, but we're relatively close to where me and Nessa camped at the very first time we were out here. What was that, like 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago? It was the very last place because it was so stinking busy. Made the mistake of just getting here on like a Saturday night, late at night, or it was either a Friday night or a Saturday night. Weekends usually get really busy, especially later in the year, more winter time is when it gets really busy because you get all the snowbirds from Canada and northern U.S. out here. Maybe train a flag for Feldenkrais. My back is feeling great. I need to train. Well, you can also do, if you have a treadmill that you can crank up, incline, you can do that as well to mimic your elevation gain. But yeah, I can build you a training block. I'll actually, because you've never tackled a distance like that, so that's why I messaged you the other day and asked if you've been doing anything, because it's going to take a long time to build up your base fitness to get to be able to do that distance. So really we need to start now. Really need to start now. But so it'll be a training plan with multiple training blocks in there, because you can't do a training block 6 months long. You'll have to break it up into cycles, otherwise your body is just going to get tired and risk injury. So we would probably, for the first let's see, Feldenkrais is in April, so roughly March, January, February, probably in December, late December is when we would start your training block. So between now, so we probably set it up in either 3 or 4 week cycles before then, with a rest period in between. And by rest, that just means a reduced amount of mileage as we continue to build up. Basically, set it up like a roller coaster. You're going to start climbing, and then you drop. May? Is it that late? It's not that late, is it? I always thought Is it that late? Maybe it's because it's a whole week. It's always, because I always thought it was like the last week of April, but probably because it's a whole week. Maybe it's May. It probably starts the last week of April into the first part of May. That's probably what it is. But either way, it'll still be like late December, like first week of January, like right after New Year's or something. Would be the latest the training block will start. But essentially, you're going to think of it like a roller coaster. You're going to start climbing, not necessarily mileage, because for you, we'll probably do we're going to implement probably a lot of cross training as well in there. So either elliptical or indoor bike or something to help augment, just so you don't get injured. But you'll climb, and then you'll have a period where you'll decrease, and then you'll climb even higher, and then you'll decrease. It just allows your body to, one, get used to the mileage and help reduce injury. So this is where me and Nessa, this spot right here, where me and Nessa stayed the very, very first time. It's definitely May. Yeah, but it's that first weekend in May probably. So it's not like the end of May. It's not like you have another month in May. I'll bet you it's like May 4th or something. Because I know I always get down here to help with the stream, usually like the 27th, 26th, 28th of May, or of April, I mean. It's gotta be. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's like first weekend in June, maybe. I don't know. It always seems I'm here in April, though. Well, it's always been the Eldon Crest 36. It's like, if you go, like this last race I did, a week ago or whenever, a little over a week ago, it's a 50K. It was the Kodiak 50K. It was really 53K. So it's the Eldon Crest 36. It's just 38 miles. Like this last year was 38, even though it's 36. Cocodona is May 6th through 11th. Yeah, see, it's that first week of May. I knew it was. But they changed it. It's a week later, probably just because of permit reasons, I'm guessing. So the trailhead, I'm not going to drop down there, but the trailhead for Elephant Head is right there. I don't know if you can see it from here. Usually you can see the gate. I'm not seeing it though. But it's literally right there. But if I drop down to get up there, I will definitely lose signal. But we're gonna go back now. Like I said, this isn't that long of a road. I don't know why anybody, and you can tell they've had their OHVs out here. It's like, why would you drag an OHV to be able to drive 3/4 of a mile down a road? And that's all you can do. unless you want to drive it on a paved road, which then it better be highway legal, or else they're going to pull you over. Because there is law enforcement people that come out here. But really, once you get to like the 50K mark, which is 31 point whatever miles, anything extra up to about I would even say the 50-mile mark is like not really anything different. Like as far as training goes, it don't matter. And really, even I would say you're training the same for the most part, even up to 100K mark. So 62 miles. There's a few things like I would do differently personally if I'm running 100K. Because really, 50K, 100K, as far as ultras go, those are fast races. Once you get up to the 100 mile and above, those are a little bit slower. So your training is a little bit different. If you're trying to, if you have a time goal, let's put it that way. If you don't have a time goal, you can train all of them the same. You're just working on endurance is all. I can probably game later. I just got to keep an eye on my batteries, because while I was gone, they got so low, and then when I got my van, I didn't know that, or let's put it this way, I forgot that I had disconnected my solar panels on the roof. So then when I reconnected all my electrical stuff, it didn't dawn on me to check and make sure I was actually charging. So I went a week and a half or 2 weeks or whatever it was with my refrigerator just draining my batteries more and more. So I am not even close. Like yesterday I hit 50% battery charge finally. So that took a week, because it was as I was driving to the race that I finally noticed, because I was in Vegas and I'm like, why are my batteries not charging? And then I started troubleshooting and just started from one end to the other and got on top of the roof, and I was like, see that they're all disconnected, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, I did do that. So it's only been charging for a week, and because I have such massive battery reserve now, it takes forever to charge. So I just got to keep an eye on it, but should be able to. Because after gaming last night, I woke up today and my batteries were down to, well, they like just hit like 39%. So I used 11% of battery throughout the night with the gaming and everything. Gaming in my refrigerator, which is another thing. Once it starts cooling down, my refrigerator won't be running as much, so that'll help as well. But as long as it's sunny like this, I should be able to get back up to about 47-48%, I would guess. And so if that's the case, then I can probably game. Or as long as it's charging really good, I don't care. If it's like still charging good when in the middle of the day, then not a big deal. Or middle afternoon or whatever it happens to be. Oh, no, I didn't say how long of a run you should do today. Like, it depends. Like, how long have you done recently? Like, what's the furthest you've ran? Because my first, for everybody, I always say the do is 2 miles. That doesn't mean run 2 miles, but at least run as far as you can and then walk. If you have to walk the whole rest of it, that's fine, as long as you go 2 miles. Because that's a good judge of base fitness. And unless you're really fit, that's going to take you at least 20 minutes. And 20 minutes of fitness of exercise, is about the bare minimum. If you're not doing 20 minutes, you're not really doing anything. But if you can do 2 miles, then bump it up to a 5K. And that doesn't mean run the whole 5K if you can't. That just means if you can run 2 miles, walk the rest of the 5K. Or run the rest of the 5K, whatever you're able to do. Here's what I don't get. So, Jamil just sent me a message. What is he sending me a message on a Sunday morning for? So now that I've turned into the sun, for whatever reason, my phone does that auto screen thing where it darkens. But it doesn't make sense because now I'm looking into the sun. The camera's in the sun. You'd think if it was going to darken the screen, it would be the opposite. Whatever. Because now I can barely see the screen. I'm so used to having to run. Need to get used to running at a slower pace? No. You don't have to run at a slower pace. If you can maintain an 8-minute mile pace for, 38 miles, then you're good. I'm a big advocate of, even though I don't do it in my own training, as a coach, I'm an advocate of also integrating speed work into ultra training because it actually does benefit what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know what the word is escaping me. Basically, there's benefits to doing that. It causes adaptations which are beneficial for training for longer distances. It has to do with your threshold, your VO2 max stuff. So that, if you're climbing you're climbing Mount Eldon, at the end of that, you can power hike up it and not redline is bad if you're doing more high intensity speed stuff, because you're going to be later on in the race. So, doing stuff like when you go for a long run, you're going to do a steady state run for, say 22 miles. Those last 6 miles, do a progression run. A little bit faster, a little bit faster, a little bit faster. And that'll help you for things like when you have a big climb at the very end of a long race. Even like a marathon. They always say that if you race in a marathon, the last 10K is where the race really happens. So if you train that way, then you can close faster on that last 10K, and you don't hit a wall as bad, any of that kind of stuff. Just helps train your body. You want to run 30 miles, you do. Well, the thing to think of is, no matter what, you're going to be doing some power hiking / walking in that race, just because there's certain portions of that are so steep that you can't run up it. Like me, if you look at my average of my last 50K, my average was an 11-12 mile or something like that. 11-12 per mile. But I power hiked up the 2 big climbs. So my actual miles that I was running I was down there at, like a 8.5 minute mile pace. Shoot, that last 5K, I was right around a 7-minute mile pace, closing out the last of that race. So that's why I say a lot of times you can run those, an 8-minute mile, but you're also going to be power hiking in there. If it's really steep, a 18-19 minute mile pace. So then it all averages out. But if you're redlining it at 8-minute mile pace, then yeah. Because you're not going to redline for that long. But and by redline, that means approaching your velocity at VO2 max, i.e., I guess you could say your threshold pace, even though there is a little bit of difference between threshold and whatever your velocity of VO2 max is. Let's run up this hill. Get a little... Bam! That felt good to run up the hill. But for like me, mine isn't like a 550 is probably my red line right now. Just because I haven't done any speed work for so long. Probably a 550 mile. So I would not be able to maintain that for more than a couple miles at most, especially on a trail. And that's the difference between me and a pro. Those pros, that's just a 550 mile is like they're just bebopping along on a flat rolling trail. Oh man. I'll have to see what Jamil sent me when I get back. I'm thinking about possibly going back or going up to Phoenix a day early just to learn their setup, because I am very proficient at OBS Studio, but everybody sets their stuff up a different way, has different stream decks, that kind of stuff, hotkeys, whatever, for their stuff. So definitely should go into their studio a day early and learn their setup. But I don't know, we'll see. however their setup is, I can actually operate it from wherever as long as I have a good internet connection. But I told him I would prefer, since I'll be in the area anyways, prefer just to go into their studio, which he was very excited about. So then you have less things to go wrong. So we'll see. It makes me wonder, I looked at their list and it makes me wonder who their hosts are and where they're going to be located at. Because they were in my contacts already. So their most well-known show hosts that they always bring on are not part of that group. Whew. Man, that sun. It's not that warm out here, but that sun is hot. I am sweating. I need to play me some 50s and 60s music. Start sweating to the oldies. Man, I don't know what is going on with my gut right now, because I haven't been eating anything different than I normally do, other than not eating as many veggies as I normally do. But usually when I eat a lot of veggies, because I ran out of vegetables like 5 days ago, usually when I eat more vegetables, I get more gassy and everything. Man, I have just been atrocious the last 3 or 4 days. It's like nonstop. Into a big old bag of pepperoni or something. That's what it smells like. It is awful. Oh. Only thing there, and I guess it could be that, is I've been doing, it's Zendurance's version of Athletic Greens. Trying them out, but I ran out of that yesterday, so I don't have any more of that. So I guess if I stop farting as much in the next couple days, then I know that's why. That's what was causing it. So cool that they're asking me to do more of those. Well, this is the first time he's asked me to actually produce. And I'm guessing it's because they have so much stuff going on during this time period that their priority is definitely javelina, which is what I'm doing runner camp for on Saturday for like 11 hours or something. And since that's their priority, I'm guessing that's why they're short-handed, so they asked if I could help out doing the producing. So I'm going to help produce four episodes. Well, I'm not helping produce. I mean, I am helping produce. I am of those 4 episodes. So hopefully things go smoothly. That's all I care about. Because he will never ask again if this is all, if I don't do a good enough job and everything. He'll never ask me again, so hopefully I do a good job, because then, like I said, it'll continue to open doors for me. Because then even, like, I felt sorry for Bryce last year during the Hard Rock. Oh, everybody's packing all their stuff up. All 300 people that are here. But I felt sorry for Bryce last year during the Hard Rock because he was the only producer. And so he was there, for 48 hours with no sleep. And even actually longer than that, because they were doing episodes like what I'm going to be producing, the whole week up before that. So this guy, we got to the end. Like, I remember would have been the first night when we had a little bit of a break where the stream was offline. And, well, it wasn't offline. It was just on the static cam at the finish line. Waiting for the first place guy to come through. And we had like a 2-hour break. And we just turned the lights off in the place, and he just slept on the couch that they were using to here we go. He just slept on the couch for a little bit that the commentators and stuff were on. I think he got like maybe an hour of sleep in like 2 days. I felt sorry for that guy. So, if I do a good enough job, he might ask for me to help out with that as well. But you never know. I am the producer. Well, I am the producer. Like the exact words that when Jamil sent me the message was, hey, I need a producer for this. Would you be willing to do it? Because he knew I was going to be there for Javelin anyways. So that's why he asked me. Well, he didn't say, would you be willing to? He asked if I was able to. Because he wanted to make sure I was familiar with OBS Studio and that kind of stuff. And yes, I use OBS Studio. I'm familiar with it. Oh, I am sweaty. So sweaty. Oh, shirt is soaked. We'll hang that up. Oh, okay. Where's my battery at? So I've been like, god dang. So the last few days I've been like almost dead on battery at the same time, and now there's these people with their OHVs again. It's no wonder, like, it's so noisy over here. Yeah, I'm going to be ending the stream anyways, so have fun on the run. And yeah, I am going to eat my second breakfast. Figure out what I'm going to have. 'Cause I am almost out of food, which is another good reason, a good thing that I'm leaving here in the next few days, because I don't have a lot of food left. I can only carry about, unless I, not counting all of my, I never did stop my watch. Not counting all of like ramen packets, stuff like that, as far as like food, I can only carry about 2 weeks worth of food. So yeah, I am almost out because I will be at 2 weeks in like 3 days. Anyways, that is going to be it for today's live stream, everybody. For those of you on YouTube, please smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. For everybody on Twitch, please smash that follow button. And if you have a Prime sub that you're not using, please feel free to use that on Twitch. Follow me on my socials, and I will see you guys tomorrow at some point. Depends on if I do a sunset stream or if I do a morning run. We'll see though. I don't know what I'm going to be doing, but I can't read who that is, but hello yourself. Thank you for calling me cute. But that's going to be it for today's stream, and I will see you guys next time. Bye everybody. I love you all. We'll see you then.